Okay, so this morning I was on my way here and then I got stuck. I was at the gym this morning and then I got stuck in the car park. I was pressing the button for so long, like I was like, damn it, I'm going to be late. Pushed me back 10 minutes, had to call to get out of the, the bumper things.
The boom gates.
Finally got out of there, and then when it got to Alexandria where we do our podcast, when you're not sure if you like haven't locked the car, so like I was like already a little bit late, so I was like running, kind of like shuffling because I can't really run that well anymore. And I was like coming over to the studio and I was thinking, did I lock the car or not? Like, why do I do this every time? Like, I think it's automatic that you lock the car, but I always doubt myself. Anyway, and as I'm thinking and I was about to turn back, I'm walking up these stairs, trip over the stairs, fall on all fours. It's so embarrassing. That's actually pretty... That's actually pretty dangerous because I'm pregnant. But like I just got up really quickly. I caught myself. My arms are there. But like I'm like, that is so embarrassing.
Well, you know what we said in the car, because Millie was on the phone to us complaining about being late. And I said, thank fuck I'm not in the car with her, because that is been going off. So angry because I actually got stuck in the car park this week on Monday. And it's annoying,
quarter.
But like, I can see the brighter sides of things, and
I can't lately.
You can't.
I'm not. That's like, I'm stuck with that.
Can I say something about the car too?
My car?
Yeah. Just any car. Oh. I used to be like that, and then I just stopped locking my car.
Don't say that on
But
there.
there's nothing in my car to steal.
Okay, well
maybe the car itself.
I have my whole life in my car. Mine's like I have everything because I'm always doing stuff, and I'll be in Sydney for a few days. So like, I'll have different.
Okay,
bags,
but does your car not
outfits.
unlock automatically?
No, well I think it might, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, just start not locking it and you'll watch the care go away and away and away.
Seriously, Keeley?
Yeah, I'm serious.
I can't believe out of all this publicity of you not locking your car, you still haven't had anything stolen.
Yeah.
You kind of want it to be stolen.
Well, it will be what it will be. I just feel
Just
like
let people know where you park it these days.
if people want
number
stuff,
plate.
people want stuff enough in there, they go for it. Like, they're not going to though.
Yeah, because you leave like boots from like last year's season and
wet
food at
towels.
the bottom of your wet towels.
Muscle chef meals.
Oh,
And it's a biohazard in there. So going in there.
You're literally like a 17-year-old boy that's just got his license for the first time.
That is a very accurate description.
What was it actually like when you were with Cooper? Like, was he expecting you to be a little bit cleaner and better with that stuff? We've just never set the standard from the start.
No, I think that's it. I didn't pretend to be something I'm not.
Yeah.
I came in. I moved in with him when I was 17.
Yeah.
Like, I've said this story before, but not by an invite. I literally just moved myself in.
You know what? We need to get Cooper on the pod.
Yeah.
He's a strong man.
Well, he's no clean person either. I think that's why it works. Because if he was like super clean or I was super clean, we'd be both like...
So you're living in a hoarder house.
You know what? The issue is... Well, not the issue. The solution to it is just don't own a lot of stuff. Because if you don't own a lot, you can't really have that much clutter.
Aren't you the one who like collects stuff from Marketplace, like those vases and stuff?
I have a rule though.
Literally still has it.
I have a rule. I've got to sell them for more money than I make, than I buy them for.
Exactly. And
So you're a scumbag.
I wouldn't say scumbag.
A collector.
No, not a collector. If I'm buying something off Marketplace, I've got to sell something else. That's how I keep my house decluttered.
Nice.
Anyway, that's just a few little easy life hacks.
Tips and tricks.
I love
Tips
it.
and tricks.
Nice. Well, enough of the rant and then you guys giving me shit about the car stuff, but congratulations. Origin won. Both played incredible and come out with a good win. The best ever win that New South Wales have had over Queensland, 20-point win.
Well,
Did it feel like that?
Well, it felt good. But, Origin Millie means nothing unless you get the next one done.
That's it.
Nobody cares about one game. Look at last year.
Well, we used to care about one game when it was only one game. Now this 3-game thing, we can't really figure it out yet.
No, not yet.
2025 is the year.
Hopefully.
Is that what it feels like?
It's the plan.
How was it? Like, it was so close at halftime. Obviously, I feel like you were all over them, but just couldn't capitalize on a few things. Were you a little bit worried at halftime? You know what Queensland can do. They can always come back. And I was a little bit stressed at halftime, but I still felt like you guys had the momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like going into the sheds, it was obviously an Origin game, so anything could have happened, and the players and the strike that they have like can be very unpredictable. Like you know what they're going to do, but it just always catches you off guard. So, but I had a lot of faith in our game plan and the players around us and our preparation. So I just knew it was going to be a tough second half.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, you obviously know what Origin's like. It's never an easy game, but it did feel like in that first half we had fair few points of attack. We're getting really quick play the balls across the field. So just really needing to capitalise on that in the second half. But it's going to be a completely different game. Second game always is. Like, teams adapt, new game plans. Video. Teams kind of can look like the coaches come into play big time in the second
100%.
game. They get the chance to create a game plan, get new styles of play, considering what the other team did on game one. But yeah, no, very pleased with the first game, but looking forward to the second.
It was so good. And I think and I was saying a lot when I was doing media or whatever, like, just don't forget that this is the girls' first game this year. It's so different. Like, how different is Origin or just any game than when you guys do internal trials? Like, it's not even comparable. That feels like a training run. Like, it's an imposed training run.
Yes.
And then to come out and play, like, let's say most of those girls didn't play, in the test match at the start of the year, which wasn't even a bloody game against England. But
that's what everyone says. It's like, but you've had a couple,
it's not. It wasn't.
It absolutely
as soon as you have a couple of weeks off, you lose that game fitness anyway. So it's like
you played in like the start of March, and it wasn't even a. Let's be real. It was a 90-point thrashing.
You're not getting the back and forth of elite players. That an Origin game is. Like, what do you reckon about the schedule? Have you got any solutions or any ideas around it? I think me personally, I've just been like, last year or the couple of years before, when it was on two different playing fields with the BMD comp going on, felt very strongly about aligning that.
Yeah,
and now it's aligned. I feel a lot better. But do you have any ideas or?
I still think for players' safety and for the product of the game, like, we do have to be playing footy earlier, like, than Origin. I understand scheduling, and they want to make Origin to kick off Magic Round, and they want to make it in the middle of the year for Origin time, but there's a lot that goes into that beforehand, and a lot of individual accountability from every player. So it's not really giving everyone the opportunity to be available for Origin, if you know what I mean. We need to start NRLW earlier, even if that means getting a couple of trial games in. And you might even play against other NRLW clubs that are close in your geographic area to minimise costs. It doesn't have to be televised. It doesn't have to be live streamed. You just need to get some games in so that you can be in that environment of playing, whether it's 2 trial games. Like, every team's already training for NRLW anyway. Yeah. And I just think for the contact, but also your game fitness, to get a couple of games under your belt it'd make the game so much better than they already are.
I still really think the best Origin game that I've been a part of, or even that has been there since 2018, was the one where we played actually 2022, where we had the 2021 season was postponed because of COVID, and we got to play a whole season, which back then was only 5 games.
It was 1 error or 2 errors.
It's crazy.
Like,
3 or something.
Insane.
Yeah, the most live time of rugby league, like most continuous ball in play of any NRLW or like women's game, and it's because we had been able to play all the whole season and then go into that. So it shows that, but obviously like the NRL is really concerned about the product getting the most views and the most I guess.
And I know that that's what also does help grow the
100%.
game, without a doubt. But if we're looking at taking it to the next level, it's like, okay, we've got these views there now. And I was chatting to Rue about this yesterday, and she was saying about how the 2022 game, how
so
good it was from both teams. Because it was it was a close game. It wasn't a blowout. It was just an even playing field for everyone, because everyone had that season. So
well,
something to replicate that But
Yeah.
I know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, it is tough. I'm glad I don't need to make those decisions, but it's like,
Would you guys feel more confident if you guys had a couple of like Roosters games beforehand?
I feel like I'd feel probably less rusty. Like, obviously going into the first game of the year, you're always a bit more nervous because you haven't played. It's not like we play regularly. So it's been, 7 months since I've played.
Yeah.
Is that right? Since the first weekend of October.
Yeah.
So it's a long time. I would feel probably a little bit more confident
Yeah.
or like just not as rusty.
Yeah.
But
Like Keeley threw one bad pass and she's like, that pass I threw, oh my God. I'm like,
it's terrible.
like she wouldn't let it go. And I was like, Keeley,
And we
you
just
have to
cut
make
clips
that
this
many
morning
passes.
and she was off
I was
herself.
like looking away like this. Play it, hurry up and play it, Koenig. It is actually like, it's my job. I've got to be a good passer.
I know, but when you haven't done your job, like in that, it's so different doing it at training and then doing it under pressure, under fatigue, in that high stakes, like one pass. Oh my God. I don't even make one pass a game. I'm like, should I put? No, just fine.
Tuck it under.
Yeah, but no, I reckon for me, defensively, like even just little things.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
I would agree with
you
that.
know, like fuck.
For me, I said.
But just like even going into contact, just
Yeah.
you know, things you don't do without
Yeah.
repetition. So
Yeah. Timing, who's going high, who's going low,
Yeah.
like just to get used to that. Or honestly though, when I was on the sideline, you kind of forget like how adapted you get to just the hits and everything, like when you're playing, like, and you can't feel it when you're playing. But I was literally like kind of like cringing because I was so close to it. And I'm like, oh, surely they're going to be so sore tomorrow. Like that, you forget how hard it actually is.
Yeah.
How did you pull up after it, considering it was your first game?
eye gouge.
Shut up. Don't
Talk us
even.
through. You come for the whole Queensland team. Talk us through. Sorry, but let's get this photo up. I think it's.
I know, the
bloody
pointy one.
hilarious.
That is the ugliest photo ever. Seriously, whoever made that
It
article.
was her.
It was her.
Okay, Belinda asked me where was the
Wait,
incident
do you
that
know-
took place. I said over there. I
This
wasn't
is the
saying
face she
anybody.
does in like con games at training when she's pissed
This
off.
is how
and
serious she is.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I am serious.
Rules
person.
are rules. That's what she said.
No,
So funny.
the eyes pulled up well,
Yeah.
thankfully.
And I will just say, it got reported that it was Romy Teitzel. It wasn't Romy Teitzel.
No.
It was Sienna Lefebvre.
Oh my God, Millie.
No, I'm just saying. Like, oh, sorry, it's the other second rower on the
Okay,
field. They
no, you're
got it
gonna have
mixed
to
up.
beep this because this is actually I shouldn't be talking about this.
Okay, well, I can
Well,
talk
I heard
about it.
you
I
coming
spoke
for
about
Romy.
it the next day. Because
Yeah, but it's not been like there hasn't been anything said
Okay,
against
I'm just
Sienna,
saying, but
so
the
don't throw
person-
Sienna under the bus.
I'm not throwing her under the bus. I'm saying that's who you thought it was. Like, it wasn't Romy. Like, she wasn't even in the tackle.
Let's just say, can we just bleep this whole bit?
Oh my God, I'm talking about it because I had to talk about it the next morning. I'm just saying.
I think this is so funny.
Yeah, but
Keely,
I feel bad for Sienna. I don't want her copping it. Do you know what I mean? Now that Romy's not copping
She
it.
won't cop it though.
Okay, well, Romy's got head noise and she can't sleep. She's like, she's
That apparently
no good.
was just the Thursday night.
I was literally with her all weekend and she goes, everyone thinks I'm eye gouged. Anyway,
So throw it to Sienna now.
No,
eh?
but you've pulled out of it, so it's
yeah,
like,
and also
it's
the
fine.
point of it is, this is what I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
Last year, at the end of game 2 or the end of game 3,
You gonna bring this up now?
Keely goes, oh, I got bitten during the game.
Oh,
We were like, Keely, you don't wait till after the game. Like, if you genuinely got bitten, you say this in the game.
Okay, so this is
Yeah.
the whole backstory. I don't even really want to speak about this, but I'm going to.
You mean
So-
Munchausen's?
So last year, genuinely, you guys saw the video of me getting gnawed on, which was sweet. I didn't want to say anything at the time because I'm in the middle. It's just like
No, I know,
continuous.
I
It's
know.
going. I didn't want to stop the game, like dramatic. Seriously, I did that. You don't want to be that person. Anyway, the girls, I told them after and I showed them the video. Go, this girl bit me. Look at this. You can see her going on my arm.
She was hungry.
She was literally gnawing down on it, and all the girls go, what the hell, Keely? If that ever happens again, you better say something. Swear to God, like everybody actually got so mad at me. So then in the tackle, I felt it go for my cheek. I didn't know who because it's quick. go for my cheek, had enough time. I'm going, she's gone for my eye here. Close my eye, felt some pressure, go hard into my eye.
And you can see your face go like, oh.
Yeah.
Honestly,
but
I'm glad you said something because that's what I thought about. I thought about the bite situation, and no one's angry at you, but
no. But I'll finish the story. So then, I just said to Izzy, somebody's just eye gouged me.
After that try,
I said, go tell Belinda to check. Tell Belinda just to have a look at it. Just have a look, just to make sure it wasn't intentional, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I want them to have a look. If it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah.
But I swear I felt something.
No, that's a smart play.
It's not. I regret it.
Because if something actually had happened, like we were so angry at you when you said you got bitten, we were like, this completely, like, firstly, that's actually messed up. Like, you might need a tetanus after that. Secondly, like, she full had bite marks. We were like, why did you not why did you not tell us this? But you're not allowed to do it. And secondly, it changes the game, like that kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, good, we did just lose by a field goal, but whatever.
Well, we all thought you were getting sent off anyway. So.
Yeah, everybody thought I was on report.
I was back in the circle going, we don't know what's going to happen to Keeley here. Let's tighten up, ladies.
Anyway, can we just beep out the names there? Because I actually don't want...
I've already said them on the Today Show. No, I'm just saying facts. Obviously, it got cleared, so no one's in the wrong, apart from you.
I'll cop it, that's fine.
I can't wait to see what you come up with in game 2.
I'll get up my sleeve. I want something unique.
Something discreet.
And just for the listeners, this isn't from the eye gouge, is it?
No, what do you reckon? They got sandpaper?
Well, so many people have asked that.
Like, I went to footy the next day and everybody's like, oh, is that from the eye gouge? I'm like, no, that's from the
Keely's
bad
like,
turf up in Queensland.
Keely's like, out of all the good things I've done in my life, people just remembering me as the eye gouge victim.
At least it's the victim.
Yeah. At least they're not worried about that pass.
But so the next day, you both came straight down to Sydney because Keely, your girls had...
Actually, before we move on to this, I actually want to talk about camp.
Camp. Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Camp was great. We found actually some new information about you.
About me?
Yes.
Yeah.
We never knew this about you. Apparently, a couple of years ago, Great Mad Monday theme, when you were at the Newcastle Knights, and it was somebody had to buy a vintage or like thrifted outfit for you. And the girl showed us some photos.
And you didn't look too happy with what you were given. There was a certain
was actually when we
Millie shush.
I was just going to say,
there's a photo that we were shown of you, Millie, sitting in your locker, sulking about what you were
sobbing.
wearing.
You were crying. So,
show me.
Guys, can you see this?
Look at it.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Literally
Apparently
sitting there
the
like with your ugly crying face on it, sitting in your locker crying.
Literally.
That is the worst I've ever seen you
Who
look.
sent you those? Yeah. Would you not cry if you looked like that too?
Not for Mad Monday. Who cares?
I think I was tired.
We just thought that was the
hungover.
funniest thing.
It's fragile lady.
That was actually. So the theme was, you had to like pick someone out of a hat, or you got a random person and you had to buy for them. And I can't even remember who bought me that.
That is the best. Whoever
was
bought
so
that,
funny.
I don't
did
know
a
if
good
it
job.
was like Kayla Romanak or anyway, I was like, I couldn't even think of anything this hideous, let alone like it was Spider-Man pants to the knees with like a stretch in them, but they were tight. A golf hat and like a striping polo.
That's so bad.
And we were going to wineries and things.
Say like it's genuinely not that bad.
We were on a party bus doing a pub crawl, and then we went out to
middle
the
of
Hunter.
Newcastle?
Yeah,
that's funny.
and then like other people had like cute stuff. Some people did have ugly stuff as well, but like other people had like cute looking like Ashley Tisdale from back in the day. You know, like
Hillsdale.
Tisdale. You know her?
Yeah.
Anyway,
We thought that was so funny.
That is the best ever, and I love that theme and the fact that you were literally sobbing in your locker.
I just couldn't believe anyone could find anything that ugly. And yeah, I was crying. I was laugh crying.
What I'll say about it is it's very simple. Like the outfit, I would go extravagant, like something really try to get ugly, but that's just the best because it's so ugly.
Yeah.
So effective.
Very cute.
It was a depressing day. No, it wasn't, but it was depressing when I had to wear that. Anyway, thanks whoever threw me under the bus and sent that. Actually, I remember Liv Higgins. I'm going to find what Liv Higgins had to wear because it was just as bad.
I'm pretty sure she going Yaz getting those photos.
I think Yaz looked sweet. Like she looked like she had some good clothes, I think. Because everyone, it wasn't like we all just did it at once. It was like you did it in your own time.
Yeah,
you did it at different
good.
shops. But I'm going to find Liv Higgins and get the photo from hers because hers was also very, very ugly. Anyway, good times. Nice. Moving on. How was camp, by the way? You guys weren't roomies, but...
No, that worked out for the better, I think, though.
Yeah, you're an early riser.
You're a sleeper in her.
I am. I had Joss and she's always seems to be on the same schedule as me, which is great.
And me and T were on the same schedule.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was great.
And you guys go into camp tomorrow?
Yeah.
Does it feel like you just got out of camp?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm still like, we did gym yesterday and running, which was a bit of a drag, but feel a lot better, which is great.
It is. I like the 2 weeks though, because I feel like you just
can get into a nice routine.
Yeah, and it's like not dragged out. It's like bang, get it done, bang, get it done,
yeah,
bang, get it done. Not like
you really did the 3. Bang, bang, bang. Go again.
But you know, like, and also it means you get to go into NRLW preseason for that bit longer.
Yeah.
Like, it's just I think the 2 weeks is good.
I like it too, and it builds that continuity from when you last played, and it's not like that 2 weeks in between.
Yeah,
it was 1 week. Done.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on, you came straight back from Origin. Your girls played in the grand final. Shout out to the Roosters Tasha Gale girls. Honestly, they finished in 7th and then they made it to the grand final. There was a few golden point, field goals, penalty goals that got them through. So good.
Yeah.
And can I just say, I know what it's like being up 16-0 and then losing. It sucks.
Yeah, we're up 16-0. What I will say is
And at that field too.
Oh, Leichhardt. I hate Leichhardt.
I love it.
I love Leichhardt too. But anyway, we scraped in at 7th, and the only reason why we even came 7th is literally the Roosters staff had to like really work hard on the second last round to find us a field because it was a washout game.
Yeah.
Like the weather was so bad. So the game got cancelled and we were like, no, we'll find a field. If we didn't play that game, we won it. It was against Manly. If we didn't win that game, we wouldn't have made the 8.
Oh my God.
Because you wouldn't have gotten the points because other games had played and gotten points.
Yeah.
That's so not fair.
Yeah.
So that field that they were at got washed out. Other games played, they got 2 points.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's not fair at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, really proud of the girls. I actually want to give a shout out to Luca, her mum. Created these drink bottles.
They're incredible.
So special. Every single player and staff got them. And
I even got one.
yes, you're a part of the staff, Koenig.
Barely.
But so beautiful and little
Are they
mementos.
Frank Greens?
No, but they're very, very good quality drink bottles. And
So cute.
yes, just want to give her a
so
shout out
cool.
because
And a
that
special
is
design on them too.
so special. They got all the approval needed, but back in New Zealand
In
they
Roosters
made these
colours.
in Roosters colours. But anyway, very proud of the girls. They did unreal. It still sucks losing like any game, especially being up 16-0. Did say to the girls, I don't even know why I said this. I agreed. This was like the first session. They were asking about the podcast and things like that. And they said, if we win grand final, can one of us go on the podcast?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I forgot about that. I said they could. Anyway, they reminded me after the game.
I said we don't get to go on the podcast.
God, you guys last.
Really?
It's a joke.
We would have had them all on if they...
All on, jeez.
You know, they all could have come in.
They'd
for
all
a little...
be camera shy. They all
They
like
are.
talking
They talk a
shit.
big game.
They talk a big game.
I feel like that's the generation coming through. Like they're, I don't know, they're very aware, but then like they don't want to like do it.
They're so funny.
Tyra Dimmick.
Tyra Dimmick.
She talker.
So funny. It's
We'll see them all tonight at the presentation.
Yes, yeah, we got president night. Still wanted to write that speech.
You saying a speech?
I have to. But you know what? When I took the job, that's the first thing that I thought about, and the only reason why.
Not like the training commitment 4 nights a week.
I swear, genuinely, I was like,
I'll help you write it. Actually, you've probably written it with ChatGPT.
That was the plan. But yeah, that was the only thing that I was like, oh God.
She said she's doing the Wolfpack speech from The Hangover.
I like that. They won't even know what that is. To be honest, they're too young.
I actually don't know what it is. But
you're probably too young for it too. Gosh. You're probably not that much older than the Tashi came.
Oh, shut up. I'm way older than them. Anyway, but no, great bunch. Hopefully get to do the job again next year because there's heaps of girls returning, bottom age. Yeah. So, yeah.
Plenty of experience. That's so good. And then a lot of them coming into the NLW development squad, which is exciting
three. Get to go into dev. Yeah. Yeah. Be good. Get to be teammates now and not their coach.
Yes. And Koenig, your little sister Morgan, played in the Lisa Fiola under 16s grand final.
Yeah, they lost as well. But they did really well. They've had such a great season, and I feel like at that age, like they were flogging teams.
They were so dominant, so dominant.
And then, I feel like that age pressure, apply a bit of pressure. It's really hard to
it's hard when you haven't been in that, when you're winning so easily and you haven't been in that grind.
They're so good. Like they've got a lot of talent in their team. But yeah, Frezzy did a great job. She's the head coach. She did an amazing job. And might I say, I sat in the box with her, and that is that is stressful.
Yeah, what is she like in the box?
Oh my! Well, I had Strangey up there as well because she didn't think Strangey was coming because we were at Origin in Brizzy,
and then he came
home. But then Ethan was playing up in Magic Round, his son. So he came down for the grand finals and then went back up to go watch Ethan on the Sunday.
Bless.
So anyway, it was us three, and Callie was sitting in the back too.
Callie was in the back.
The whole crew, and I've never been so quiet in my life. I was just like so scared to say anything. But yeah, it's really cool seeing how all that coaching works, and the view you have up there is so much better. But even hearing like Strangey, the way he can just see things in coaches, and the way he helps Frezzy as a coach, I think that was really, really cool to see. But yeah, it's stressful when they're losing. It's really quiet and just like not quiet, but yeah.
You don't want to say anything.
Yeah. But
not like Coach Keeley over here when she
What? What are you going to say?
The time you let one rip in the coach's box.
Oh. Yeah, I came straight from training. I had a protein drink. And it was just me and Corbin.
Oh my God. Would have you held it in if there was more people?
Depends who it was. If it was like you two, no. If it was two people that I can, if I farted in front of them, yes.
Gosh. But you know what I love about the development and the pathways and our system in the NLW is that it's all players that are getting coached right now that are using those systems, that are coaching Callie, S&C, and that's throughout NRLW, Lisa Fiola and Tasha Gale. Like I just love how it's
very connected, and even like on the game day, because the games was Roosters, Para for Lisa, Tasha and SG.
Wow.
Matt's was different. But, all our NRLW girls are there. Even the Para NRLW girls are there, which is really cool to see. But I feel like we're very connected with our junior pathways, which is good to see. But sad that the girls lost, but the boys did get up on a good win.
The boys.
Yeah. So good.
That is good. And they're even like Boyd and Jake Friend and whatnot, they're all a part of coaching. So it is pretty cool that, as a player at the Roosters, you get that coaching from whether it's male or female, past and current players. It's very cool. So bring on tonight, Prezzo. Who's Coach's Award?
When's this getting aired? Lily.
Ooh. Oh yeah, Lily's like
she's a dog.
Genuinely I love her.
She's
I love her
literally
so
the
much.
best ever.
Position?
Front row. But she's like, what is she, 55 kilos maybe?
Tiny.
Love that.
She's tiny.
Not
just
much
a
less than me.
go-getter.
So pretty much Millie. She's the fittest in the team.
Yeah.
Like, we'll take a carry at any time.
But
How
she'll just
good.
get absolutely whacked, but bounces straight back up.
She'll get whacked, get a quick play of the ball. Her hair will be on the side. Actually, I saw something that I've never seen on a rugby league field ever from Lily. So she was at marker, I think, or was she playing? She was at marker. No, she was playing the ball. A girl grabbed her hair. Her hair was in a high pony. Grabbed her elastics out of her hair and threw the elastics away.
Oh my God.
And then Lily didn't have her hair
tie.
Like, didn't have her hair tie, so her hair was out for like
That's
5 minutes running like
annoying.
this. And we had to
She's
run
so
hair ties
funny.
out to her. And I'm like, that's creative from the Manly
pretty sure that was
players.
just semis.
Keely'd be
No,
like,
it was at Manly.
Keely'd be like, you got to expect that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's,
well,
that's
she
unexpected.
came to the
Keely's like, I'm going to do that next time.
She came to the grand final with her hair braided. She was like looking on. How good.
And she's never worn it braided. Literally, this girl like reached over, got the
Pulled it
elastics,
out.
pulled it and threw it.
Obviously weren't in tight enough.
But,
Oh,
yeah.
I
No,
thought that
she's
was
a
so
great
fun.
player.
Nice. Shout out to Lily
Yeah.
and the rest of the award winners.
Yeah, who are your other award winners? Let's speak about them.
Nah, you can wait.
We can wait till next time. When you guys were actually in camp, Charlie and I did that even work, Charlie? We did like a little Zoom episode.
Oh, yeah.
I was on the Gold Coast because I think we did it was it on the morning of the game? Morning of the game last week?
I want to know what Charlie's thoughts are. What did you
We'll watch
say?
the
Did you
episode.
say?
He actually said, Charlie actually said, we said, who's going to be MVP? And I said, look, it's going to be hard to split them. But Charlie said it'll be one of you two, like Keely will do a grubber in for Koenig and like you'll score. Who did you say was going to be
Charlie.
Koenig
Chica,
or
I
Charles?
like that.
Keely. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let you down. Sorry, Chica.
We'll save the grabber for next time.
Yeah. Oh, maybe don't say that.
Beep that
Koenig
one out.
strawberry. And I actually said Ellie Johnson would be in for a big one just because
and
I
she
know she bloody
was.
was. I know.
She was.
She had a great game.
Yeah.
And it was good to see. And so did Mama, Izzy, Jess. Like everyone just played really well, which was good to see, to be honest. Even people coming off the bench, like it was just a solid game from everyone. I reckon it was a solid 8 and above from everyone who was on the field, which for the first game back is amazing.
Yeah.
And when you've got a team like that, no one, that's all you need.
Yeah. Solid performance from
So
everybody.
good.
You know what's happening next Monday?
What?
Pre-season officially starts.
Yes, official date start.
Yes. I actually wanted to ask you, obviously there's a few people pregnant this year in the NRLW.
Yes.
Wanted to kind of suss out, I'm sure a lot of listeners are unsure as well, what are the protocols or I guess the requirements of you with the contract?
Yeah.
Like how does that work?
I've had a few people ask, and a lot of like people at work at 9, like, and the men's players, like men's at past players, are like, how does it work now? Like, how do you? They're actually always really intrigued, and it reminds me of when I did that podcast with Jimmy Graham, and he was like asking that many questions. I'm like, they're actually just really not sure how this will work.
Yeah, 'cause
like,
it's crazy. It is really crazy.
yeah, I know. Like I was with Paul Gallen yesterday, and he's like, so like, what do you do when you have the baby, and then how do you get back? What's the protocol? Like, what does it mean for next year? I'm like, it's a really good question. I don't really
We'll find out.
I think because it's so new, and like now that there are girls that are pregnant, like it hasn't been put in place until kind of nowish.
Yeah.
Or like no one was pregnant last year, and it came in last year, did it?
No, it's been in since 2023.
2023.
When this new CBA
Oh,
came in.
yeah.
But not a lot of people.
It hasn't really come into like to fruition to see what actually happens from it. So I guess we'll see. But in terms, we're still, whatever our contract is, we're still guaranteed our contract. And in return for that, we obviously still need to keep training and keep fit and keep up our club commitments and doing things within the club. If you've got a role there, you still continue that, and you whatever you can within the club and within your own capabilities, you can do those. So whether it's, kids clinics or with the marketing team or at games or in the office, like everyone has different roles. and you just continue on with those. So, yeah, but obviously want
So
to
what if you didn't have a job within the club?
Well, those hours are expected to be filled.
Yeah,
Your
you would
footy
then
hours.
Okay.
like find a role in the club
Yeah.
doing something, or whether it's like I'm heavily community based with programs that I run. So
Yeah.
but some people are like office or
Yeah,
kind of
all
stuff.
different
Yeah.
departments.
I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, fingers
Yeah.
and pies.
Fingers and pies.
So you don't just get 9 months off.
No, I actually feel like I've been busier.
You're
think so
crazy,
too.
honestly.
I feel like I've actually been busier now.
Which is wild.
Yeah, it is crazy. Adam's like, wow, I thought this would have been really nice for us to spend a lot more time together. And I'm like,
Some more
I
downtime.
was like, I'll be home for half an afternoon on Monday
Someone's got to make the money, babe.
and then Friday morning, and that's it. Like, it's actually like that. And then I spend time in Sydney or just
Sleepovers.
Sleepovers. I know. I'm just making the most out of. I've like been with you guys this week, and last week I was with Meeks and Romy up in Queensland. I'm like, I really won't be able to do this much longer, but it is really nice being able to. I'm really, really juicing that lemon,
Yeah.
and then I'll have like a little Menti B and cry, and then I'm like, oh, I'm good now. You know, don't we all do that?
Seems
Yeah.
very healthy.
And fall down the stairs. It was actually so cringe. I know this guy saw it and he just pretended he couldn't see, and I looked at him. I'm like,
You're a pregnant
You
lady.
should have got your belly out and said, hey, I'm
you
pregnant.
can't tell I'm pregnant right now. I've got a baby shirt on, you bitch.
You can't.
Wow. Seriously,
wait for you to be
after
pregnant.
a South Dowling singer, I tell you what, there's not much tearing us apart.
Oh, sensitive. Okay, you know what has been popping up in my For You every single day, and I've been wanting to speak about it for ages, but I thought I'd
Wait,
save it
For
for the
You?
podcast. For
You back
You?
on Instagram?
No, it's on Facebook.
Oh, please.
What's the Facebook For You called?
There's not even a For You
It
on
is.
Facebook.
There's videos on Facebook. I can
You
show
are
you.
just wasting your time on that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it's been popping up on my Facebook videos. Every second video is that Run It,
Yes.
that CTE thing.
Yeah.
Literally poster.
Run it straight.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to get your opinions firstly on who would be the best girl to do that. Like if we had the whole NRLW
So you had to
competition.
choose someone who was going to run it straight.
Yeah. Well, just if we did the whole NRLW competition, who's winning that?
I'd say Salah. Salah fresh, like at training.
Yeah. And Salah also, there's no fatigue in it.
You
so
know what? She's compact too. Like she's, it's hard to tackle Salah because she's actually not that tall. No. So she's,
I'm taller than her.
I know you think you're taller than her, but you're actually not.
Anyway, it's
Like
not
we've
about
done
me.
this. You guys have gone back to back and
It's
yours
not
on the
about
end of
me.
the photo.
Move on. next thing.
I think, Salah would be, I would not like to go up against Salah fresh with her main focus just to be take this person out. And
Imagine her tackling. Oh,
Maybe even Elsie. Oh, she is actually like a brick wall.
no.
Elsie Albert, without a doubt.
If anyone makes Elsie angry, like make Elsie real mad, she's not
Do
getting
you know that
tackled.
Elsie's like one of the fastest over 40 metres?
Yeah, she squats 200 kilos. I'm literally not even exaggerating. When she was at Dragon, she had a knee injury. She was front squatting 120 on her with her feet elevated, which is like I'd be doing fucking 40 kilos. She's doing 120
And
for
she's
8 reps,
injured.
light, and she's injured.
That's
like
the
literally
best.
for tempo. And I'm like, this girl is actually insane.
yeah.
It makes me a bit sick. Not that, like the run it straight thing.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, disgusting.
Are
see
they winning
people
money
like-
out of it?
Well, I see people like fitting after it, and I'm like, these are people who haven't done contact. Like they're just putting their hand up and doing it, like for social media.
Yeah.
And then they're sitting there fitting. We don't know the complications behind that.
Yeah.
It actually makes me.
Yeah.
Doesn't sit well with me. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. It's like full professional now. They've got like, have you seen where they do it indoors and they've got like a big turf?
What is on
and
your
they're like,
Facebook?
Yeah, they go 3, 2, 1, run it, and they run at each other as hard as they can. And honestly, it is not good. Like watching the backlash of like the after, they're just sitting there with it.
Clearly, you're still watching them.
Well, they just keep popping up.
You still have paint on. Sorry,
I-
you still have paint on your arm from the weekend.
Yes.
What day is hardest day today, Keeley?
Yeah, the weekend,
kidding?
you mean last Thursday?
No, not from the game. I painted my whole house on the weekend.
Sorry.
I had people moving in on Monday. Anyway,
heard of a
long
shower.
story.
Hard worker.
I got up at 6 a.m. that day. Anyway, it was a big day. But that run it, I couldn't think of anything worse to do, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. I think that just about wraps it up for today. Good luck in camp. Good luck for the next game. Charlie and I will do another little preview for next week, but we'll do it in studio because the game's in Sydney. So can't wait. Make sure you get down to Allianz. It's such a good stadium. Ticket numbers have been a little slower than they predicted. So come on down. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, hit us up. We'll find a Disney code for you.
Don't hit me up, please.
Millie will find
Hit
a Disney
Millie
I'll
up.
find one. Yeah, sorry, don't hit the girls up. Hit the pod page up, say less, and we will try and get you a say less Disney code. How about that?
Wow, can you pull those strings?
Well, I'm going
big.
into 9 now, so I'll have a look and see what we can do because we need to get more people there for Sydney. I feel like people in Sydney take for granted the sport when it comes to their area because there's so much and it's in such a good spot. Thursday night, bring the fam. Love to see us. We'll all be there.
True.
Some in a...
See ya.
Bye.